American Morning, the most news in the morning, period. Weekdays 6 Eastern.
You joked yesterday, Allie, that you could just put a tape in and say the same thing about the Delta Northwest merger because we've been talking about it so long. They must have listened to you because they went ahead and announced their deal today.
They thought if the Welsh signed off on it, we're good to go.
Yeah.
But what does it mean if you're traveling? Are you going to notice a difference?
Well, yes, but the difference you're going to notice is generally higher fares, and you've already noticed that. Part of that is just because of the price of oil that's increased, and that's been passed on to you by the airlines. Now, one of the sites I love to follow is a site called farecompare.com because they track every last increase that the airlines put on. FareCompare's CEO is a guy named Rick Sini. I spoke to him about this deal. Here's what he said about fares generally.
Passengers are paying up to $130 more than they did on January 2nd. We've had 11 increases, 7 of them now that are basically, for the most part, stuck. The other 4 got rolled back. People are paying well over $100 more than they did earlier in the year, and I don't see it stopping for the foreseeable future. We're actually on pace right now for potentially 40 increases this year if it stays on pace.
Okay, so those 40 increases are happening with or without this Northwest and Delta combination. Here's what Northwest and Delta would look like as a joint company. It'll be called Delta. It'll be the world's biggest airline. It'll be based in Atlanta. It'll serve 390 cities, 67 countries. They have more than 800 airplanes and 75,000 employees. Now, the terms of the deal are such that there will be no closures of the hubs. So there'll be 7 U.S. hubs, plus international hubs in Amsterdam and Tokyo. It will be part of the SkyTeam Alliance because both of those airlines are part of the SkyTeam Alliance, which will make the integration a whole lot easier. However, it still needs Department of Justice, Department of Transportation, and shareholder approval to get this deal through. And it's been unclear, the government's been unclear in the past on how they fall on these things. Because we showed you that hub map yesterday, and we'll show it to you later, there's not as much overlap between these two airlines. What the government is most concerned about is, will a deal eliminate competition? And these two airlines are going to make the case that, no, in fact, we service different routes in the first place. But bottom line, it's not going to increase availability of fares, of flights, which means it will probably end up costing you more.
The pilots union for Northwest doesn't like this deal.
Correct. The pilots union for Delta is on board. The pilots union for Northwest is not on board with this just yet, and that is probably the biggest impediment at the moment to this deal going through.
See how much trouble they cause.
Yeah.
Allie, thanks.